Hey everyone, Sam Winters here. I'm here today in Kent City, Michigan for a very interesting video. I think you'll actually like it and you'll find it extremely cool. I'm here at the Idlewild Cemetery, here in Kent City, Michigan, and I am here to visit the gravesite of the one and only infamous, dangerous, evil, the man behind the slaughter, William Afton.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
So, before we visit his gravesite, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on who William Afton was. So, Mr. Afton, was the former co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment and the business partner of a Mr. Henry Emily, and he also had 3 children. Their names were Michael, Elizabeth, and we don't know the name of the 3rd child. All we know about him is that his name was Crying Child, or her. I think Crying Child is a boy, but I could be wrong. So he had 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. He helped Henry establish the Fredbear Family Diner and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, managing the establishments while Henry built the animatronic mascots, like Bonnie, Freddy, Chica, Foxy, all the animatronics from the Five Nights at Freddy's, also known as the FNAF series. And it's a video game series. Afton led a double life as a serial killer as well, he murdered and, unalived many children across several Freddy Fazbear's Pizza locations in the 1980s, including Henry's own daughter, Charlotte. So he killed his business partner's daughter. Her name was Charlotte. At one point in his life, he founded Afton Robotics, LLC, and created the Funtime animatronics. Like Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Ballora, Ennard, Circus Baby, Funtime Freddy. Yeah, I might be forgetting some, but they're from the video game called Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, or FNAF sister location. Go play that. It came out 9 years ago, and that's what the Funtime animatronics are. But anyway, sometime after 1993, after he made a fatal mistake of destroying the classic animatronics and accidentally freeing the ghosts of the victims, Afton attempted to protect himself with an old, withered Spring Bonnie suit, the same used for his murders that he committed. However, the suit's spring lock mechanisms failed, and it suppressed endoskeleton fatally, crushed him. He got impaled and skewered by the metallic endoskeleton. It killed him. It crushed him. And after many years of being, practically an undead animatronic human fused into the suit, he came back as a hybrid known as Springtrap. And 30 years later, there was a fire that destroyed the building that he was in, and we believe that he presumably, the name of the building, I'll explain, the name of the building was called Fazbear's Fright. It was destroyed in a fire at the end of the 3rd FNAF game, and then after he survived that, but he had to rebuild himself, then he turned into Scrap Trap, which is from the Five Nights at Freddy's Pizza Simulator game. You get to see him there. And he was lured, later he was lured into Freddy Fazbear's Pizza by Henry, who would attempt to kill Michael, his son, with the help of his daughter and creations, only to be burnt by Henry alongside everyone else remaining in the pizzeria, unfortunately. He would then be tortured by a vengeful spirit of one of his past victims. Her name was Cassidy. Let's see. Cassidy. His or hers, I'm not quite sure, who refused to move on and presumably tortured him for all eternity. So, karma, right? Karma's a bitch, right? However, Afton's legacy would continue to, through mimic and AI that mimics anything that sees and eventually becomes obsessed with recreating his crimes with the help of his brainwashed servant Vanny, who is seen in the I think it's the 6th FNAF game. There's a lot of them. I can't keep track, but it's called Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It came out about 4 or 5 years ago now. It's been a while, but yeah, he brainwashed Vanny, who is another rabbit who is under his control, who, you know, wants to recreate and hurt more children and kill more kids. So that's the backstory. But play the games through, watch so many other lore videos to get the full thing. I could sit here for hours and talk about the lore of FNAF, but that's just about as much as I can read off of here about William Afton. So let's go visit the grave. I should have wore boots. According to findagrave.com, William Afton is buried here at the Idlewild Cemetery here in Kent City, Michigan. I'm just going to look around. I might have to brush some snow off of some. It's even getting on my camera. But yeah, I'll just have to look around, maybe dig in the snow a bit because it's very cold. I think it's 28 degrees and it's windy, snowy, and the snow is so deep. I should have wore boots. Yeah, and I should have wore a heavier coat. But let's go and look for Mr. Afton's grave. So I'm just walking around here at Idlewild. I'm not sure at all where to look because Find a Grave didn't put a plot number or a section. So I'm just gonna walk around and hope I find it.
20 minutes later.
All right. I got pretty lucky. I think I found it right over here. So let's go over and get a closer look. Let's see. It's a little bit, let me clean this off first. Sorry about that. I'll clean off a little bit. It's the middle of winter, so there's literally snow as far as you can look around here. All over on the trees too. But anyway, let me come down a little bit closer. So here's Julie A. Afton. She was born in 1947 and she died in 2021. And then Arden D. Afton, who was born in 1934 and died in 2022. And here they are, here's the Aftons. And that's not all I have to show you, because over here, right next to them, is another headstone. Let me get down on my knees. And you see here, there is a Ruby Afton. Hard to see, it's very mossy and overgrown, of 1906, I think, to 1998. And then here it comes. The one and only infamous man behind the slaughter, William Afton. I can't really read that too well. I'm not sure if it says 1900, but, and then he died in 1993. And yeah, here they are. And it's kind of funny and ironic how William Afton's gravestone is all mossy and overgrown and unkempt. It's just very telling and ironic to how William Afton lived his life and the atrocities he committed, which involved, the death of multiple children and a destroyed reputation of a loving children's franchise and entertainment business. It's just very, it's very ironic. But, yep, here's William Afton. Looks like his wife was Ruby. And I'm not sure how these relatives are over here. I'm not sure how Arden and Julia are related. But I'm sure they probably were relatives or something. But yeah, here's the Aftons. So, thanks for watching this video. I'll give you a better view of the Aftons. Here they are. It's William and Ruby. And over here is Arden and Julie. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie, comes out this Friday, December 5th, streaming at a theater near you. And make sure to go check it out. I'm going to go check it out. And I really hope you found this video informative. And I hope you really liked that there was actually, William Afton's buried right here in the state where I live. I'm actually about an hour away from here. I'm on the west coast by the shore. Kent City is a little bit north of Grand Rapids, but it was worth the drive. But yeah, in these roads it wasn't the easiest, but I'm glad I made the trip to do this video for you all, to show you the real Afton family buried in Kent City, Michigan. So thanks. Hey, before this video ends, I just wanted to come on and say that the William Afton that I am talking about, and that the fans of Five Nights at Freddy's are talking about, and the William Afton buried here at the cemetery are two completely different people. So this is made for entertainment, informative, and community purposes only. So this does not mean that you need to come out here and with a purple can of, a can of purple spray paint and spray child killer or the man behind the slaughter or anything like that. I don't condone that. So do not come out here and deface Mr. William Ensley Afton's grave, because he lived a very modest and average life as a West Michigan man would, just like I am. I'm a West Michigan man. So I get it. It's just what it's like. So just the life that he lived was not the life of a serial killer that stuffed kids into animatronics. So do not come out here and deface his grave. I don't condone that. This is made just for comedic and intriguing and interesting purposes because of the name coincidence. And I thought it would be cool to show you all. So thank you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to check out, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie, playing in a theater near you this Friday, December 5th. So have a nice day. Bye.